today. From the Superdome in New Orleans.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now here come the Saints, about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Flushed out right. The ball comes out.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Flush to his right. Open man down the field is Landry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. To throw is Winston. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Being chased out left. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Oh, it floated on him, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Coming left is Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jameis Winston. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do different? End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Winston. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. Winston now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Winston now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Now Geno. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long, it's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So it's halftime here in... Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They run for it with Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They run again with Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They run it with Carson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith.
He's got some room to operate.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
First down, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Winston. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Working out of the gun, Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Winston. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jameis now on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
This is our time.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Smith, and he fires one that's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Winston. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 8 yards out. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And now it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. 30. 10. And all the way into the end zone. And that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. This is Carson. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A gain of 37. Throwing is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Winston.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 5. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Smith. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Now Smith to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and a receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to